Hello, my name is Kaivalya Apte and I am a senior software engineer at Twilio. I'm making this video just to let you know about my journey, my learnings, and a few tips for the young engineers who want to kickstart their journey as a professional software engineer. To start with, I worked as a software engineer in a company called Infosys Technologies back in 2010. This laid a very strong foundation for me as a software engineer. This was the first time when I learned that software engineering is not just about the coding, but it has a lot of aspects to it, which I'll share in a bit. After that, I worked in a few companies, like mid-sized companies to large companies like Amazon, Symantec, Sears, and then I joined Zalando in 2017 in Berlin. I learned many other things, as I mentioned, a few of which are customer centric, like being customer centric. Whenever you write code, think about the customer, be customer centric as much as possible. Remember that at the end of the day, whatever you do has customer impact. Apart from that, I learned a lot about ownership of product. So it's just not about coding, it is also about owning the product, understanding what the product is about and how it can impact customers in positive way. The next thing is what advice I can give to the young engineers. I think apart from the basic stuff like technical skills, coding, and problem solving, there are three basic things that anyone can try to understand and try to achieve. These three things are: first is understanding the big picture. So at times when we are solving a problem, when we are working on a project, we tend to forget the big picture and we just focus on one thing, which is how to solve this problem. But at times it is evident that when we take a step back and we think about other aspects of the problem, like why are we solving this problem and what is the problem and all other dimensions, we get some interesting answers which can definitely change or significantly change the how part of it. So whenever you approach any problem, just take a step back, think about why you want to do it, and then when do you want to deliver it, what is it about, and understand the big picture. The second thing is learn from others. So this is the biggest advantage working in a team, working with smart engineers, that you can learn a lot from them. So don't stop learning. Take constant feedbacks from your peers, from your seniors, from the whole team, and take feedback in a positive manner and try to improve yourself. Third thing is keeping it simple. It is really important that whatever solution you're providing or whatever solution to a problem you're thinking about, it is simple, because oftentimes we see that we tend to over engineer, which is not even required. Remember that simplicity is really important, because it helps us to understand the problem, the solution. It is easy to develop because it is simple, and then also it is easy to maintain. So that is really important. Beware of over engineering. The next thing is my thoughts on the current market and opportunities out there. I think this market is really nice. It has a lot of opportunities, but along with that, it is really challenging, because there are a lot of people who are really competitive, and you need to understand the market before jumping into it and make sure that you have an edge as compared to others. So I think there are two things which you can do to achieve this. One is study the market, like meet new people, attend some tech talks, try to understand what others are doing, involve in that, experiment a lot, so that you understand what is going on in the market, what is required, how recruiters are thinking, what they need, right? And this will definitely help you achieve or crack interviews in a more easier manner, and it will be less stressful. The next part is that you should be constantly learning, right? So it's not about just preparing for an interview, but it is also about constantly learning, so that when you want to apply for an interview, apply for a new job, right, you don't have to cover a lot, right? So basically keep learning constantly. It's not about just working, going to office, writing code and coming back. But think about it, invest in learning for yourself, keep learning, understanding the market, and then you're good to go. The next thing is what resources I can recommend or what I use to learn to keep going up with the new trends, new technologies. So I read a lot about technologies using blogs like Medium. I read a lot about it on LinkedIn. I can also recommend YouTube videos and tech talks, like pre-recorded tech talks or live tech talks you can go to. These are really interesting because you get to meet a lot of smart engineers. You understand their perspective and also learn. Apart from that, I can also recommend that some engineering blogs are really interesting because many companies contribute a lot to open source, and open source community is really growing and it's really helping others to grow along with them. So if you read those blogs, engineering blogs, you understand what other companies are doing, what challenges they are facing, and what challenges they are trying to solve. And then you can try to experiment along with other companies. So yeah, that's about it. Thanks for listening. Thank you for giving me your 5-6 minutes, and I wish you all the best. Thank you.